where we have lacked. Is that the CPEC where we have lacked? Have we performed those Dhabiji and then I believe it was probably, yes, there were four, five out of them, and we are still lacking behind, and things are Allama Iqbal, Rashiki, Dhabiji, and have they got operational? No, they haven't yet. So it is something which has to be done on Pakistani. It is not just that we say that, we have to actually do that. I don't know what time constraint you have for me, if you think, right. And ladies and gentlemen, let me take you a step from the routine executive, governmental, and university canvas. I would leave it back. I would take it further, how that this people-to-people formation could get more effective. Now, are those businessmen, those who are trading, is sufficient alone? Or will the students exchange programs will be enough to say? Or do we have to look beyond that? Now, I suggest that we have to look beyond that. We should be studying the models of progress. It was not just done at one tier of government. Are we willing and are we proposing something that the provinces should interact on an independent level? The legislatures should interact on an independent level. So knowing how they hold their elections, the Chinese model of elections is a case study in which we find that the local governments are very empowered local governments in China. So knowing each other's system, how this method worked, that we just took away 800 million people out of poverty, how that happened? Was that just the industrialization? Was those the big decisions done in the big cities? Or the all tiers of the government actually participated and people had their say into it? These are relatively those areas in which I would suggest that the researchers should be looking into it. And I have, as this unfinished agenda of transformation, I would literally suggest that these programs of SEZs and trade and businesses, these should be looked into, and they should be made, it should happen. Frankly, it is getting late now. Now, I would rather, on the point of unfinished agenda, my submission would be that almost everything is unfinished, and we need to make a headway to that. On economic front, we have still things to be done, completed. On educational front, those systems have to be locked. If Dr. Mohid Yusuf can't unlock it, then trust me, we don't have that ability yet. It has to be, we have to find some very, very reasoned arrangement for that how we unlock that. Organizing those seminars, yes, I am offering the Punjab Assembly for that purpose. I am going to China on the 21st, on the very day of our 75th diplomatic relations anniversary. I just have to remind you of that sister provinces which we decided to have. Lahore and Chengdu, they are called to be sister cities. I just asked my team to find that had we any arrangement since we declared it, but still lacking behind. We have made no formal arrangement for that. In Shahbaz Saab's government, when he was here as a chief minister, few big things were done. And those big things actually, we tried to transform that and finish those unfinished agendas, but still we lack a lot on that. So in these 75 years, I believe it is not just the finish line, it is a point, a checkpoint. We have to stock take it. We have to consider that where we actually missed and how we can further make an improvement in that. It will be judged in the next quarter century by what we have now and what we haven't. It is the foundation. It's a very, very strong foundation to my understanding. These 75 years were of foundation. Now we have to build the building. If it is built right on this very strong foundation, this thing will take us to all those goals which we are thinking that we should have achieved, but the right investments and right direction is important. Ladies and gentlemen, I would rather take you back to the Professor Lee's point, in which he mentioned 3 or 4 things, and the most important which I find out to be was that the CPEC was actually helping me not just on that IRT road project. It was helping me in multiple ways. A common man in the districts of Muzaffargarh and Vihadi would have changed his life if that foreign direct investment of $43 billion would have been made, and these years we have gone steadfast to the position where we were. So the 10 years was the time for that. So actually we are into the 10th year now. If these 10 years would have been utilized the way it was proposed in that one region, one road, that philosophy of President Xi was not just a road project. That was actually just transforming the whole region. It was economic empowerment, it was political empowerment, it was people's empowerment. A person in Muzaffargarh, a person in Vihadi, a person in a far-flung area of Balochistan. And if we would have considered to those points where we actually had to forge that political stability, we missed on that. We would have completed those SEZ's projects, we missed on that. We would have gone to the CPEC. We didn't need a second phase arrangement for that. That one thing would have been enough for it. So, Dr. Saab, thank you very much for, it is very, very thoughtful of you and the BCRP. And we are looking forward for certain arrangements in which we think that the province of the Punjab is a stakeholder in that. And we are now looking for the venues in which we are going to meet few provincial leaders, we are going to meet few people organizations, few trade organizations, few manufacturers, and we are going to visit few universities also for that purpose. And we are trying to find some sister arrangement in which people-to-people contact, looking into the Chairman Mao's philosophy, we will try to strengthen that.